I was Zacktv, my nigga.
Oh shit.
MMG 10-5.
What down, family? It's your boy SNTV, back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than Zachary Stoner, aka Zacktv1.
Listen, man, I've been getting a lot of fucking money, man, so I ain't been having a chance to keep up with all the fuckery that's going on, you know what I'm saying? The coon shit, in the words of academics. Well, as far as my black brothers are, especially the ones in Chiraq, man, Chicago, I should say, y'all stop letting the fans come between y'all and this beef and fuck him and women and all that, man. That shit's so fool, man. We black entertainers, man, entrepreneurs at the end of the day. Get some money, ride like this, live like that. I got 3 foreigns, my nigga. I'm living life to the, and y'all should be on the same shit, if not better. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let the fans make y'all think it is what it ain't, man. They fans. Our job is to entertain them, not to be in beef with one another. You feel me? Like, I don't understand. I don't think y'all seeing the real purpose, man. I love everybody out there. I love y'all. I don't got no ops. The ops is any motherfucker trying to take me from my freedom, take my family away from me, and come between my money. Man, I'm gonna wish y'all much success, man. Stay blessed. Happy New Year, y'all. Zacktv, my nigga.
Now Zacktv comes from that Goontown set, 10-5, MMG, or the Marty Muggy Gang. They GDs. They off 105th and State and 104th. They got their name after 2 guys that passed, one being named Marty and the other being named Muggy. They beef with Lack City, Skid Row, 10-4L, 10-6 Snake Pit, Trouble City, Princetown, Ruleville, and Wentworth Mob, which are all sets that are surrounding them.
MMG,
Marty Muggy Gang, Princetown K, PTK, MCK, I gotta get the 10-4LK, and a fuck rule Muggy Gang, you know what it is.
Now, although Zacktv represented MMG because that's where he was from, Zacktv wasn't a gangbanger. As a matter of fact, you can rarely find a picture of Zach throwing up anything but a peace sign. And I think that one of the most interesting things about Zacktv is that his career started basically from him having the love for videography. Zacktv would get with the guys and he would just record shit. And his first video was actually published almost 11 years ago.
And Goon Squad. Okay.
So on the beach, I'm on my go.
Okay, rolling like a roller, rolling like a roller, and I'm rolling. I forgot.
At some point, Zacktv decided to do interviews, and he ended up falling in love with the craft once he realized that he can release information to thousands of people at the same time. The use of social media was on the uprise, and Zacktv knew that if he can build an audience, this meant exposure for Chicago. He picked up his camera and he began to do interviews with people in and around the city of Chicago, and Zacktv would actually be the one that is responsible for doing Chief Keef's first interview, which actually was published by Zacktv before his hit single, I Don't Like.
wanna go far with it? Wanna get on, get signed?
He would also go on to do a Lil Durk interview, which was before Durk actually became famous, in 2 years before DJ Academics dropped his first episode of The War in Chiraq.
Chief Keef, King Louis, all us together, you know what I'm saying? We all just doing our own thing right now.
Within a couple of years, ZacktV's name became a household name in Chicago because not only was his channel beginning to get artists exposure, but he was the only videographer that was willing to come to the hoods and do interviews. This was the first time that a lot of people outside of the city of Chicago began to see certain artists and what was going on behind the scenes. Zacktv was the one that was delivering the backstories. No one else was able to do this because one, no one that was doing what Zacktv was doing at the time had the respect that Zacktv had to where they can just go anywhere without being shot or robbed. And for two, I don't think at the time it was too many black people that was getting into blogging and vlogging and interviewing and things of that nature. So Zacktv was actually one of the first out of Chicago, if not the first, to start vlogging and things of that nature. And when I say the first, I mean the first to start blogging about the drill scene and getting up and coming artists exposure that they wouldn't normally get.
Hey man, who gave your first interview ever?
Zacktv gave my first shit. Y'all see me, I look a little cool now. Man, freestyling, free cash out. Them my brothers and I miss them. CPDK nigga, fucked with PA. But y'all see that my shorties in the hole, so.
First nigga step a foot in every hood. Now you got these niggas trying to do what you do.
And not only was Zacktv giving up and coming artists exposure from the hood, Zacktv was actually giving back in a bigger way. He would go to the detention centers and also talk to the kids and spend time with them. There was also a video that had went viral of a little boy on a corner consuming alcohol. Zacktv seen this video and actually went through the hood and found this little boy and began to be like a big brother to this little boy, sometimes giving him money, sometimes taking him shopping, so that the little boy will have something to look forward to.
You smoke too, bro?
That's right.
How long you been smoking, bro?
Like a year or two.
Damn. And you 13? What you gonna say next? You got a tattoo?
Yeah, I got a tattoo.
Faster than me and you agree on. Alright, but nothing fool. I'm trying to find some shit that I know that I wear, bro. Cause you know how I be coming, and that's a fact.
And you see how I'm coming.
I see, we already know.
Zach is also responsible for influencing, if not all of the drill bloggers, then most of them to this day, including myself.
Man, y'all put that shit to the side, man. Y'all got the world following y'all. Your socket head ass out here, your wet roast looking ass out here, your tall dog looking ass, your dirty dog looking ass, you dingy most. Hey, but back, some shit happened before on Monkey Grave on Chanel Sean Brown. That'll never happen again.
We did it!
Yeah,
we did it!
Yes.
We did it!
Hey, we did
it!
You're the,
I love you, man.
I love you too. Are you the oldest star ever? Tell the truth.
Am I what?
The oldest star, that mean the oldest Cubs fans.
I'm one of the longtime Cub fans. I'm
Yes.
60 years old and I've
Are
been
you
my whole
serious?
life. Yes.
I love you. Give me a hug.
you.
That's yes, all right.
Yeah, love
drill,
you
drill,
guys.
drill, drill,
Go,
drill.
go, go.
Daddy, daddy, daddy. Oh, they busting, they busting. See you, I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, folks, we're gonna crack that. Folks, we're gonna crack that. We out here, shorty. Oh, folks, now. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, come here. Oh, shit. Yeah.
We live, bitch! Gang in this bitch!
Gang, yeah, hold up.
Gang in this bitch! Gang in this bitch!
Hey, hold up, show your tits.
Zacktv is one of the only guys that I know that did mostly everything right. Of course, he didn't do everything right because none of us are perfect, but he did things very good for the most part. He wasn't gang banging. He gave everybody an opportunity to get exposure, and most of the city loved him. But the streets of Chicago will always find a way to take a life.
Well, Anthony and Natalie, what I can tell you is that a police sergeant told me that the victim is in his 30s. The scene is all clear right now. This happened at 1:30 this morning. There were people out and about. There's a bar right across the street from where this happened, and people did hear those shots being fired. One resident who lives in an apartment building right across the street heard those shots. That's when he went on his balcony, pulled out his cell phone, and started to record video. Take a listen. So So Chicago police tell me they are actively looking for the people in this video. It was captured moments after shots were fired. This is the car used in the shooting. You see it at the bottom of your screen. It's a dark gray or black older model Chevy Caprice. It's all banged up in the front, and you see two people. They get out and start running to a getaway car. They were greeted by two others. The car to the far right is the Jeep that smashed into a pole. Police say the man behind the wheel was shot in the head and neck. He died at Northwestern Memorial Hospital this morning. Chicago police say the man is in his 30s. He was driving here in the 700 block of South Clark Street when the Chevy Caprice pulled up, and inside someone started shooting. The victim did lose control of that SUV. And listen as Mike Wilson describes what he saw and also what he heard.
A whole bunch of gunshots. Then I heard someone screaming. And when I came around the corner, there was a whole bunch of people standing there saying they killed Jack.
Who's Jack? Do you know who Jack is?
I guess that's the guy in the car.
Unfortunately, on the day of May 30th, 2018, the same thing happened to Zach that happened to so many before him. He was killed by gun violence in the city of Chicago. On May 29th, 2018, Zacktv was conducting interviews at a rap show that was being held at Club Refuge. While conducting the interviews and enjoying the live performances, Zacktv would go live, as will many more, giving away his location. Zach would eventually leave Club Refuge around 1:20 a.m. where he would be confronted by two people in a dark gray Chevy Caprice, both of them firing, also jumping out of the car to not only switch to a getaway car, but to make sure that Zacktv was dead. He was hit once in the head and once in the neck.
Shoot my throwing this out to bro, man. It was a real hunter before. Ain't getting no niggas location up, none of that shit. Before, kept that shit 100. Link with everybody. Link with everybody. Somebody keep this shit going. Keep this shit going for bro.
His death would be heard around the world as people began to frown on Chicago. Dissatisfaction filled the air as one guy wrote, "If niggas really kill Zacktv extra humble and stand up as, you not catching me in Chicago like that no more for real, cause that man literally did nothing but put Chicago artists in the spotlight, encourage the city to do better and stay the fuck out the way. Ain't no love in Chicago, to be honest." There was also a comment made on one of ZacktV's videos by a good friend of mine, Gorgeously Real TV. She said, "What the fuck Chicago gonna do now? Y'all killed the dude who gave y'all exposure. Dummies." And when I seen this comment, I asked myself the question in my head, and I knew right then and there that I had to be the one to fill the void. There has been a lot of controversy and speculation surrounding the death of Zacktv. I've heard that Zach was killed because he was investigating the death of Kanika Jenkins. I've also heard that Zach was payback from some of 10-5's ops to get back at Zach's cousin. Wrong. I don't have all the facts dealing with this case, but I do know this. When y'all took Zacktv, y'all took the heart out of Chicago. Y'all took one of the only few people that we had in the city, and that up until this date that we have had, that actually cared about the city of Chicago and was actually making a change. I think that what we can learn ultimately about Zach's death is this: no matter how much love you show, no matter how much love you have in your heart, never let your guards down, because even though 99% of the people may love you, there's still gonna always be that 1% that want to see you dead. And this is my declaration to the city of Chicago. I intend on picking up where Zach left off. I don't have any ops. I haven't murdered, killed, or maimed anybody in your family or any of your homeboys. So if you just so happen to see me and you thinking about doing harm to me, just remember, not only are you doing harm to me and my family, you doing harm to the city of Chicago, because there will be no one that is more dedicated to bringing up my city than me. Rest in peace to the greatest of all time, Zacktv. It's your boy, SNTV.
Huh?